All right, welcome in everybody. Chris Clark here, Wes Mitchell, GamecockCentral.com, and our special guest today, of course, is South Carolina tight end Jaheim Bell. First ever Firehouse Subs Lunch with Jaheim Bell. Glad everybody's here. Hope everyone's doing
Today,
well
of course, is South Carolina
after
tight
the
end Jaheim
weekend.
Bell. First ever Firehouse
Jaheim,
Subs
hope everything's
Lunch
going well,
with
man.
Jaheim Bell.
Tell us how you're feeling after the weekend. You had what Shane Beamer described as a physical game up there in Knoxville on Saturday. How's your health? Tell us about your day off on Monday. Today's your day off, which is why you're able to be here with us. Talk to us about kind of what you do on your day off and how you're feeling right now.
On my day off, basically when I wake up, like if I'm feeling good, I just get my day started, get me something to eat, relax until it's time for class. But like say if I had like the past game from Saturday, I'd be injured or something, I'll go to the training room and try to live in there for a couple hours, and then I'll just come back home and get myself together. I mean, that's basically how Monday go for me. It's pretty laid back. We don't have practice or anything, so just an easy day for me.
Good deal, good deal. And again, this virtual lunch with Jaheim Bell is brought to you by Columbia area Firehouse Subs. 12 locations around the Columbia area. There you see them up on the screen for those of you that are watching the live stream. Camden, Newberry, and Sumter also, and then 9 other ones in Columbia, including the closest one to USC's campus there on 633 Main Street. Make sure you check out firehousesubs.com, or you can even download their app at Firehouse Subs. You can order online and find the location closest to you. So we're going to dive into more questions here with Jaheim from myself, from Wes. And if you are in the live chat on YouTube, like Kyle Jackson is, as we saw earlier, you can actually post a question for Jaheim, and we may run it during the show, and he may answer it for you. We also have a giveaway from Jaheim with some swag that he's so kindly agreed to give away to a lucky fan today. And so we'll get that started here soon. If you got any questions, make sure you put them up. All right. So, Jaheim, you mentioned Monday, day off. What's your schedule like during the week? And what would you say your toughest, day is during the week as far as just football activities and everything combined?
I'd say the week starts off hard, and then it kind of like smooth out into a Friday walkthrough. So basically, a Tuesday practice for us, we call it Bloody Tuesday. So basically, that means just we trying to be the most physical team in the SEC. So like it's ones on ones. We're gonna add it head to head physical. I mean, as it gets. I mean, this past week, leading under Tennessee, Coach Beamer, he actually said it. He was like, that's one of the physical practices he ever seen. Like we was out there just hitting each other, just trying to be the physical team in the SEC.
Yeah, Jaheim, let me hop in here, man. So I know, you're talking about Bloody Tuesday, and it's a long day. I don't know if the average fan knows how long y'all are at that ops building just on a daily basis. So maybe kind of take us through it a little bit. What time is the alarm clock going off? How many times do you hit snooze? Are you a right up guy, man, or are you kind of hesitant to get out of bed a little bit? And then step by step, what's the day like in the life of a Carolina football player, man?
On that, so tomorrow I'm gonna set my alarm tonight. I'm the type of guy I need probably like 2 or 3 alarms, because that first one I'm like, oh, I need at least 5 minutes. So that first alarm gonna go off at 6 o'clock. So after that 6 o'clock alarm, I got another one for 6:30. So after that 6:30 one, I go in and get up out the bed, brush my teeth, get my day started. And once I get out of bed, I'm good to go. But when I'm in the bed, it's kind of hard for me to get up. So that's why I need 2 alarms. So after that 6:30 alarm, I get myself rolling. And once we get to the building, we got to be in the building at 7:15. And once that gets started, we eat, we weigh in, we take a hydration test and all that, and then we go to meetings, and we in meets for at least about an hour and a half, and then we hit the practice field rolling.
Yeah. So I was going to ask you, how much time during the week? I know it varies on the year, like when you're in camp, um, when you're at practice, in season, and then the off season. Like, how much time are you spending in the ops building? Because they basically have like about everything you need, right? You got nutrition. You can do, obviously, your lifting there. You can do your team meetings there. You practice on the field right next to it. Like, how much time are you spending in that building versus what you're spending, I don't know, in your room or on campus somewhere else?
I'd say like during the season, I'm probably in the building well over 4 hours maybe, and then I'll probably come back and get some extra film with the coaches or watch some with on my own or whatever. But it's a difference from camp and the season. I mean, in camp, I mean we're in there almost all day. Like it's like when I'm gonna get to go home. It's like that's how it is in camp. But during the season, it's pretty laid back. We only over there for probably 4.5 hours at the most, and if you come back and get some extra work or treatment, then that's on you.
Chris, you wanna hit a question here, man? I've been looking. We actually have a lot of folks. Jaheim, Miss Laura Moore says proud of my grandson. So I think you got some family on here, man. Ryan Bell, I actually know Coach Bell from Columbia High down there in Florida. I think. What's up, Coach? Hope you're doing well, man. Lots of people sending love. I guess just about the team sort of having that never say die attitude on Saturday. And let's hit Keith from Facebook. Very open-ended question. You can ask it or you can answer it however you want, Jaheim. But what is it like being around Coach Beamer just on a day-to-day basis? And what's it like with him on the sideline? I know he seems very high energy. Even, with the rough start on Saturday, seemed like he was still positive, encouraging you guys. What has it been like to sort of be under Coach Beamer now for 6 games?
When I met Coach Beamer when he was at Oklahoma. He was a very positive guy when I met him. Like, I mean, I just got a vibe from him with like, okay, I really like this guy. And my top 3 was it ended up being South Carolina, Oklahoma, and Florida State. And if I didn't come here, I would have probably ended up at Oklahoma just because of Coach Beamer, because of how a great guy he was. But he's a very positive guy. He instilled a lot of core values in us. I mean, he told us Sunday when we was in our team meeting, he said, don't let that first quarter define what type of season we're going to have from here on out. I mean, he said those 15 minutes shouldn't describe our season or dictate how our season go just by those 15 minutes. So he's a very positive guy, and he's a great guy to be around.
Jaheim, you mentioned a couple of, the personality that Coach Shane Beamer brings, and I wanted to ask you about a couple other kind of unique ones that you have gotten to work with on a daily basis. 2 new coaches compared to last year, Luke Day, the strength and conditioning head coach, and then Eric Kimry, who's your position coach at tight end. Those are 2, from what we know, what we see, 2 unique guys, right, with like their philosophies and how they speak and everything. How is it working with those guys? And just give us your impressions of Coach Kimry and Coach Day.
Coach Day, Coach Day, he gonna bring the energy. Like no matter what time it is, what day it is, he gonna bring the energy when you're not feeling it. So it's like that strength staff, not just only Coach Day, but the entire strength staff, they show love to each player. Like it's a certain way a player needs to be shown love, and like they understand that. So like they show it in different ways for different players. But Coach Day, he a great guy. I mean, this summer that he put us through, it was hell. Like I never thought like some days I'll come out of workouts thinking I'm about to die. Like I'm like that was a hard one, but he a great guy. And with Coach Kimry, when he first got hired, he called me, he FaceTimed me. I remember the day he FaceTimed me. I was standing outside and getting ready to ride dirt bikes. He called me. He was like, hey man, I just want to get to know you a little bit better. Woo, woo, woo. And we talked for a little bit, and then I came back that following week back to Columbia, and we sat in the office and we talked, and he told me, he was like, I got your back from day one, and I felt that love from that day.
As a reminder, this is, of course, presented by Firehouse Subs. We're here with Jaheim Bell. Jaheim, you mentioned Coach Luke Day and how those workouts are, man, and the summer workouts. Give us a little glimpse, man. Give us a little taste. I hear there's maybe some unique aspects to a Luke Day workout. Can you give us a little more details on maybe the difference with him, like some of the stuff y'all were able to do as a team compared to workouts you've done in the past, and maybe kind of the team building aspects? I know that was a big part of y'all's summer program, was sort of having team building nighttime activities out there. We saw y'all in the stadium, little videos they put on Twitter and stuff. So maybe just give us some more details if you can on a Luke Day workout.
A motto that we go by in our when we're in the weight room or just on the field alone is above all else. So basically that means just love your brother. Like all our workouts, it was like we was together. We was as a team. It's like if your team don't make it, then it's a consequence after. It's like you got a punishment after, or you got a 6 a.m. after. It's just like you got to hold your team accountable. So it's like everybody had their own group, and you just had to hold your team accountable for whatever it was we had going on that day.
Jaheim, one of the workout things we've seen on the video that they play in the fourth quarter, where it shows some of the workouts and all that kind of stuff at Williams-Brice. There's one where it looks like you're kind of like banded, like you got like a band around a teammate. Tell us about that one. And it looked pretty rough going up the stairs in the stadium.
When we come out the locker room, it's y'all may be seeing it, but it's a little thing above our the doorway. It say climb, and it got the strap that we used around each other. It's like a little, I say it's probably like one of those like old like straps that go in your football pants. So like we use them, and we all strapped to each other, and we just ran up and down the stadium. And basically that just symbolized you're not gonna leave your brother, like you beside your brother each and every step. So that's what that symbolized when we was running the stadium.
Let's go out to another question here. We got Zane on YouTube. Good question. Hopefully y'all can see it on your screen there. Jaheim, Zane wants to know how much film time is spent, either on a daily basis or a weekly basis, and how much of it is maybe by your own, how much of it is with the other tight ends, how much of it is like as a group with the offense. Like how does that stuff sort of split up as far as your time commitment goes, man?
Throughout the week, we call it a 20-hour rule. So basically, we get like 20 hours of film with the coaches. So it's like we'll always be like, did we beat the 20-hour rule this week? So basically, what that means is like if we break that rule, it's like we'll come in on our own and get extra work and watch film on our own or watch film with the coaches. And basically, that's just it. We just try to break the 20-hour rule because we only get 20 hours guaranteed with the coaches.
Jaheim, I want to go jumping around. I know a little bit on topics, but I wanted to make sure we hit something you said earlier. You said when Eric Kimry called you for the first time, you said you're about to ride dirt bikes. Is that right? Is that one? Tell us about some of your off-field activities and kind of what you like to do in the little spare time that you do have.
I'm real big on going to the mall and shopping. Like I like to go out of town, you know what I'm saying, and spend some money that I don't need to be spending, or I just get on dirt bikes and folders and do that.
Nice.
So, have you been riding dirt bikes your whole life, or is that a new thing, or is that?
No, I started when I was about 5.
Okay.
Yeah, I started early.
I got you, man. And are there any I guess when you talk about shopping, are you a big fashion guy? You just like the actual shopping part of it, or what about that makes you sort of into that on your free time, I guess, man?
I'm a big fashion guy, so sometimes I have to watch myself for what I buy because I just be buying stuff.
I got you, man. I got you. Hey, what do you think, Chris? Is this a good time to get speaking of buying things? You want to share your favorite Firehouse subs? I understand you're a pretty big Firehouse fan in the first place, man. You got this NIL deal with them now in place. You want to tell everybody about if you're getting lunch from Firehouse, and I think the team gets lunch from Firehouse from time to time. What's the go-to, man, and why? What's your favorite sandwich?
My go-to gonna probably be the bacon ranch. It's like it just something about that one. It's just like it got the sauce on it. I mean, it got the bacon on it. I mean, it's pretty much all you really need. So like, I just grab that and get me a good Sprite and a good bag of Doritos, and I'm good.
That sounds awesome. Wes, do you have I go back and forth. So I'm normally the Italian, what's the one with pastrami, the New York steamer. We also have the classic, my wife's favorite, the hook and ladder she likes.
Hook and ladder, okay.
Yeah. I mean, all those are good.
Is that the hook and ladder right there?
That's the hook and ladder. And a little bit of football name a little bit there, so it's fitting. But yeah, so again, Firehouse Subs sponsoring this interview with Jaheim, lunch with Jaheim Bell, and make sure you check out all 12 of their Columbia area locations, whether it's Columbia, Newberry, Hamden, or Sumter. All right, Jaheim. So getting back to, I want to take it back to football. You obviously are a versatile guy, right? Like coming out of high school, I remember a lot of college coaches and high school coaches thought that you could have played, if you wanted to, multiple positions in college, right? tight
defense.
end.
Couple on tried to get me on defense.
Who was that?
Couple on tried to get me on defense.
Yeah. I mean, linebacker, tight end, running back, receiver. Tell us a little bit about your like football progression. Where did you start out when you first started playing football, as far as positionally?
When I started out, I think I was 8 years old, and I played with 9 and 10. I never forget this day. I went out there, and the first time we was doing the hitting drill. So I'm new to football, so I don't really know like what's going on. So they tell me to line up, put my helmet on, strap up. So I do that. Man, so I can't think of the guy's name, but like he gave it to me. Like I got up off the ground thinking like, damn, this is really what football is. From that day on, like it just clicked. Like I just been going hard at it. And when I got in like middle school, I was playing running back a lot. When I got in 9th grade, I was playing running back also. And then they switched me to linebacker my 10th grade year. And I actually started the first game at linebacker, and I was confused as hell. Like I didn't know what I was doing, but they just had me out there because they knew I was a ball player. But then after that, I recently got switched back to like the offense side of the ball. So I was back at running back, receiver, tight end, you name it. Like I just made plays when my name was called in high school.
Can you see this on the screen right now, Jaheim?
I can see it. I remember this play right here. I took him to the crib. This was right after halftime.
What's by the way, these are your highlights on Huddle that we have pulled up now. Senior highlights actually. So was that a kickoff return? Were you returning kicks?
Yeah, I was returning kicks and punts. I only played 5 games my senior year though, but I still had a good little show.
What's the favorite position, man? I know you probably just like being on the field making plays regardless, man. But if one spot edges out everything else by just a little bit, what do you enjoy the most when you're out there playing as far as where you're lined up, man?
I say my favorite position is when I line up in the slot because it's either they're gonna put a linebacker on me or they're gonna put a safety on me, and linebacker don't got a chance, and the safety ain't gonna be big enough. So I just lick my chops when I get in the slot.
Are you a tight end? Do you consider yourself a tight end? I know like officially they got you listed as a tight end, but we've seen you line up. And I guess you're in the tight end room technically, but you're lined up at tight end. You line up in the slot. We've seen you line up at fullback. You've had several carries this year. What do you consider yourself, man? Just playmaker, or how do you consider it?
Yeah, you hit it right on. I consider myself as a playmaker. I mean, they can put me anywhere. I'm a ball.
What do you see yourself in terms of like pro potential? I don't know if you've even gotten some kind of. You're still early in your career overall, but as far as some early returns on what your pro potential may be, because we've seen the pros sometimes even go to more like college style offenses now where they're using some guys differently, like some utility type players. You're not a 6'6", 265-pound tight end. Like you said, you're a playmaker, can do different things. So what do you see your pro future being as?
I feel like right now I'm weighing 230. I'm at like 6'3", and I feel like my body structure is more like a DK Metcalf. So like I feel like if they don't like see like the NFL, they don't see me as a tight end, I feel like they'll probably move me to receiver or something.
Yeah, and I know. So you mentioned your body type there, man. Has there been a goal? I think I maybe even talked to you about this when you were maybe for media day this year when you were working back from the injury. You were in the weight room. You're trying to find that sort of perfect size to sort of be on the field at the college level. I think you just said what 232.
230.
230 is that the goal weight? Where ideally do you want to play at and why? I guess.
Well, my goal weight recently, when I first got here, my goal weight was 225. And once I got to 225, I felt real comfortable with it. I still felt fast. I felt like I was getting faster. So my weight got bumped up to 230, and I feel like that's just the weight I'm going to stay at the rest of college. I'm just going to try to get more muscle, get faster and stronger, and just stay at that weight.
All right, Jaheim, let's break for just a second to go ahead and work on your giveaway. So let us know what you're planning on giving away. It's a pair of signed gloves and a signed T-shirt, right?
Yeah, we're going to do a pair of gloves and a signed T-shirt.
Okay, sounds good. So the way we're going to do that, we've worked this out with Jaheim beforehand. If you're in the chat, in the comments, pick a number between 1 and 100. Jaheim knows it. I know it. Wes knows it. and nobody else knows it. So you got to guess between 1 and 100. Whoever hits it or is the closest will have a chance to win that signed stuff from Jaheim, and we'll make sure we get it to you. So appreciate you doing that, Jaheim. All right, I got some kind of categories I want to try to get you to answer on some of your teammates, or the answer might even be yourself. All right, so close. Who are you closest with on this team? Seems like a tight knit group. You and Z White seem pretty tight.
You already knew what I was going to say. Yeah, that's my boy.
Y'all like to cut up a little bit. So Z White, tell us about that friendship and some of your other teammates that you become kind of close with.
So I'll start off with Z. I mean, when he first got here, I ain't know him at all. Like, I never heard of him, but he was just moving in. I'm in my room. I had just came back from getting something to eat, and I seen like we had a new player, so I went on his Instagram. I followed him, and he texted me. He was like, yo, I texted him. I'm like, yo, what's going? So I asked him what room number he was in, and crazy thing is, he was 2 rooms down from me. So I went down there, knocked on his door. I talked to him, and I was like, okay, I kind of like bro. Like, I like his vibe. He from Florida. I said, I'm from Florida, so I was like, all right, we connecting already. So since from that day on, we just came real close, and from then we just started doing everything together. So like it just became our boy. So we just locked in.
Any other guys that you become friends with, whether it's guys that you have gotten to know recently or since you've been here?
I probably want to say I'm closer than anybody else than Hot Boy. It's just I'll probably say Jordan Strong. That's my roommate. So I mean, we kick it all the time. He's standing right here. I mean, that's my boy.
What does he think of the little show we got going on here, man? Is he gonna hop on one of these one day, maybe?
He might. I don't know. He might.
Okay. Hey, by the way, we got to ask Chris real quick. I know you got questions, man, but are we gonna get another one of those Justin King videos with you and Z White? I mean, we had it. Y'all are at the golf course, right?
We're trying to get another one going. We're trying to get another one going.
Yeah. What was that like, man? I know y'all. It looked like y'all had fun out there at the golf course.
When we went out there, me and Hot, we didn't know what was going on. We ain't never swung a golf club in our life, so we out there. We just out there messing with people just for the fun of it, trying to mess up their swing, which we did, and we just had a great time doing that. So I mean, we trying to get another one going. I don't know what we're gonna do with that, but we trying to get another one going.
All right, so more categories. A few of these I want to hit. I always like getting players' perspectives on this stuff. The coaches sometimes answer these questions, sometimes not. You guys answer them a little bit more. So, who is the fastest player on the team, you think? Controversy.
I do a top 3.
Okay.
So my top 3, because I don't want to leave nobody out, so I'll do a top 3.
Probably smart.
Yeah, my top 3 will probably be Juju. He'll be one of them. Jalen Brooks, and who else we got? Since I can't think of nobody else, I use a mid or big. I'll probably go with probably Jordan Burks.
I was gonna say, man, I was thinking big guys.
I do 2 skill in a mid, so I'll say Jordan Burks ain't faster than me though. I'll tell y'all that though. I ain't want to just say me, so I just put Jordan out there. I use Jordan Burch as one.
Okay.
Ooh. Have y'all raced, Jaheim? Have y'all lined it up?
We ain't really raced, but like doing summer workouts, we had like some sprints here and there. And I mean, I know I got them, but I know I'm faster than that boy.
All right, let's see. What's the strongest player on the team? Whether it's just, and you can use like some guys moving some weight in the summer during workouts, or just moving guys on the field. Like, who do you think some of the strongest guys are on the team?
I'll go with probably Hot Rod.
Okay.
He probably, you can tell he's strong just by how he look. Hot Rod. I'll go with Jazz. I'll go with Scooter. And just some of the ones out top of my head right there that's strong.
Hold on. I think you got us. Wes and I are pretty good with knowing the nicknames. Scooter.
Wait, hold on. Is it Wanamaker?
Yup.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah, I got it.
I think that's his Twitter or Instagram or something. Right. Yeah.
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah, I go with them boys, but Hot Rod for sure though.
Yeah, Hot Rod, he is pretty jacked. I remember one time I saw him because we covered him in high school, and I remember we saw him like during one of the summer camps for prospects that we covered. Wes and I were like, "Who's that guy?" Like, he put it on.
He stand out.
Wes, you got any categories of putting Jaheim on the spot of wanting to know?
Oh man, putting me on the spot. Okay, hey, so does the team play a lot of basketball, man? Like, does the team compete in other sports or not really?
We do.
Okay, so you know where I'm going. Who's your starting five? How about that? Starting five from the team.
So during the summer we was doing a lot of hooping. I say my starting five. I won't include myself in this. I'll be the coach. I say my starting five. I have Josh Van at the point. I have Jason Brown at the 2. At the 3, we're gonna go with who we gonna go with? We'll go with Jordan Burks at the 3. I'll go with JJ at the 4, and I'll go with EJ at the 5.
Oh,
Okay. I dig. I was about to say Jordan played some basketball at Hammond, but EJ, yeah, you got some size. So okay, I did. So we do have a question here, man, from Mac. MJ or LeBron?
That's a crazy question, MJ, man.
Okay.
Michael Jordan.
Clayton White would agree. That's you might have started something there, but I'm with you. I see you're most of the time. Don't y'all feel like guys maybe Jaheim's age more go LeBron, and guys like in their 30s like me and Chris and older go MJ? So why are you on MJ?
I mean, LeBron can't do it. Michael Jordan did. I mean, he spoke for himself when he had the flu and produced. Like, I mean, that's a GOAT. Like, I mean, it don't get no better than MJ. So nobody. I don't understand why people say LeBron. Like, it can't be LeBron. Like, simple.
So this may be a family member or a friend of yours. Can you confirm or deny that you broke the backboard going up for a dunk in high school? True or false?
Yeah, that's true.
You want to tell the story? You smashed it? Or?
So like we was coming down. I think one of our guards had missed a shot from like the top of the key or something. So I'm one of the guys on the basketball team. I'm the only I think it was like 2 football guys, but I'm one of the guys who like I'm gonna get the crowd hype. I'm one of the ones that's gonna dunk, either block a shot or play defense. Like I ain't even really the one who got a jump shot, gonna shoot threes. I'm just gonna get the crowd hype. So when our guards missed a shot at the top of the key, and I crashed the board and I went up for the putback dunk and it just shattered.
There's got to be video of that somewhere. I hope.
It is, but I ain't sure where it's at. I know it's out there somewhere.
By the way, let's give a shout out to Miss Dolores Bell, tuning in. She says she's very proud of you. What has your mom meant to you, man? Not to get on the soft side here a little bit, but I see your mom on Twitter just cheering you on, man. I know she's been a big, support role in your life. Tell us a little bit about Miss Bell and what she's meant to you.
I mean, my mama. I mean, she mean everything to me. I mean, she made sacrifices for me. Like, no matter like what it is or what I ask for, I might not get it right then, but like. Her and my grandma gonna make sure I get right. Like they gonna make sure I get whatever I need plus more. Like sometimes I don't even be asking for stuff. I be like, y'all chill. Like I don't need this. Y'all chill out. I don't need it. Like they still do it.
Good stuff. So by the way, Jaheim, your contest winner, and this is actually cool. It just worked out this way. Let me make sure. I want to make sure I'm being fair about who got this.
Yeah, be careful, Chris, because there was 2 that got it, I think, but
one
of them got in there first.
Yeah, I'll have to go with the first one, and it is actually Hope who got it, number 52. So, Jaheim, we'll get you Hope's info. Hope, congratulations on winning the Jaheim signed T-shirt and gloves, and we will make sure we get those to you here pretty soon. I'm trying to think of some more. All right, so we went basketball team. Here's something I wanted to ask you just about you individually, Jaheim. Give us your favorite favorite route to run? Not to give away any game plan stuff for this year, but like, what's kind of your go-to route? Like, I feel really, really good running this route.
My go-to route is a go ball. Like,
Okay.
I feel like nobody can guard me on that. Like, I got the speed. I got the size if it's going to have to be a 50-50 ball. I mean, I got strong hands, so I feel like go ball that. Nobody can stop me on that.
Man, and it's kind of the same deal. What has it been like for you lining up in the backfield some, man? I know, you did some of that in high school, I guess, but that long run you had got wiped out. I know in game one, they handed it to you on the little fullback dive.
Uh-huh.
You took it to the house. But what has that part of your game been like, man, getting the ball? I know they do that little jet sweep to you a little bit, a little pop pass as well. What's that been like, man?
Anytime I get in the backfield, I get flashbacks. So, like, it take me back to, like, high school. Like, wow, when I first started at running back, I mean, like, anytime I get back there, I just know I'm finna, like, I'm getting yards. Like, I just know, like, I'm either gonna score because they ain't going to hit me. So I'm either score or get at least 7 yards.
All right. Reminder to everyone in the YouTube chat. Appreciate everyone being here. If you got questions for Jaheim, put them up. There is one from Kyle Jackson. Jaheim, what motivates you to be the best version of you each and every day? Good question.
I say we'll do it with a game day. So on game day for me, the way I get motivation, I just sit down and just think about like what I got to do that game. I think about all my assignments that I got, and I just like lock in and just listen to some music, and then as it get close to the game, I just take time to myself, and then I just take the music out, and then just focus on the task at hand, and then that just motivates me to get ready for the game. And also with my family, like say like we got a home game and we coming through at the Gamecock walk, and I see all my family members, that just motivate me like, okay, I got to get right.
Jaheim, let's go into that a little bit more, man. As far as a game day, do you get nervous at all? Are you are there any jitters going into a game? Just kind of what is it like just playing major SEC football? Like waking up on a Saturday morning, you're kind of living a dream. You know a big game's coming. You know there's gonna be 80,000 people. What's from just a schedule standpoint, what's a game day like? But just for you personally, what's it like just waking up knowing I'm about to go out here and compete on a national stage?
Mm-hmm. Okay, so if anybody ever tell you that they not nervous on game day, they lying to you. So I'm gonna keep it real with you. When I wake up in the morning, I probably won't be nervous like when I wake up in the morning, but like around the time I start getting nervous is like Gamecock walk or right when we get ready to run out the tunnel. I mean, those two moments right there, I mean, I start getting jitters, and when all that go away when I get that first hit, like that first contact, no matter like what it is, any type of contact, that first contact is gone. I'm ready to go there after that.
Jaheim, we talked about some of your teammates and strengths and things like that. Going to the other side, this is an on-the-spot question for sure, but who are some of the guys that you played against? Like, I know some other guys from other schools, right? Like that you knew during the recruiting process or played against or with in high school. Who are some of the best players that you faced so far in your career, if you can think of any?
For one, for sure, I remember Juju at Lee County. This was the year, I think in my junior year. Yeah, my junior year. So our offensive coordinator had just came from that school. So basically, make a long story short, they coaches knew every play that we had on our offense. So like the first play of the game, I remember Jamie Robinson, he called my route out. And I'm like, dang, how he know my route? Because this is exactly what route I got. And they was on it. So, like, from the rest of the game, they just knew all our plays. They knew all our signals. So, that was a rough game. And then with Juju, he got in, like, towards, like, the end of the game, and he had some sparks here and there. And then my senior year, I was on the sideline because I was hurt around that time when we played Lee County, and Juju, he balled out.
Yeah, Juju has stepped right in as a freshman for you guys this year, man. Kind of just is that spark on offense, spark on a kickoff return. It seemed like when we would interview you guys, like the little press conferences and preseason camp, everybody was talking about Juju. So what was it like? You saw him in high school, but just to see him, did you kind of know instantly when y'all started practicing, when he hit the field, like, all right, this guy's gonna help us? What was it like to sort of what have you seen from him, I guess, just being a young guy impacting this team already?
From Juju being a young guy, I knew he was gonna. I knew he was gonna spark once he got here. I mean, I respect him as a young player because sometimes once you get some young players, it's hard for them to adapt or transform into the college level. But with Juju, he came right in and he just clicked. And like we say he like a little pistol because he's just gonna shoot out. Like, you don't know when it's gonna happen, but he gonna shoot out.
Jaheim, have you been playing any special teams? Like, how much special teams have you been playing this year? I know you've been seeing obviously a lot of snaps on offense, but do you have a role on any of the coverage or return teams so far this season?
No, I don't.
Consistent basis. Yeah, I didn't think.
I'm a backup on some, but I don't really got too much of a role on special teams right now.
What have you observed? Because we were talking about Pete Lembo earlier in the special teams. Right now, PFF has South Carolina special teams ranked #1 in the country, actually. And so, even though you're not starting on special teams right now because of your role in offense, what have you seen from Coach Lembo, and even what you've observed from Coach White, kind of going against them in practice and seeing some things? What have you observed from those two coaches as far as how they prepare and everything?
With Coach Lembo, he can be hard. He hard on us at times, but really all the time. So like, say if like you don't do something right, like he gonna get mad. He ain't gonna really cuss you out, but he gonna be real mad because like he takes special teams to the heart. Like that's like a child of his. So like he takes special teams to the heart. So it's like we have to buy into him and block out the outside noise of when he like yelling at us or whatever. So we have to see past that and see what he really talking about. And then with Coach White, he a great coach. I mean, he has some great schemes for the defense to run, and I like both of them guys.
How big is it for the team when there's a big special teams play? Like it just seems like, and I'll throw the defense in there as well. Y'all got what, 3 pick sixes I think this year, 3 block punts, the fake punt for a touchdown. How much does it spark the sideline when you get kind of that unexpected boost, either from special teams or the defense, man?
So I'll go back to the Tennessee game. We ran that the little fake little pass on I think it was 4th down or whatever. I was on the sideline and I ain't really know because like I'm not on punt, so I ain't really know like we was finna do that. And I actually was just coming out the field and they was bringing the punt team on, so I'm thinking we finna sky punt. And I go to sit down and I hear everybody yelling and I stand up. I'm like, we just scored and we threw the little pass. And because Coach Lembo, he had that draw it up and he just felt good with it and we ran it. And with Coach White, once the defense get rolling, like them boys go to like attacking. So like once them boys clicking, it's over with.
All right, reminder to everyone, Firehouse Subs is sponsoring today's lunch with Jaheim Bell. Make sure you check out all 12 of their Columbia area locations. And again, if you have questions, put them in the chat here on YouTube and we'll get to them. There's another one here from Zane. Appreciate the question, Zane. What's the feeling like when you hear 2001 and coming out of the tunnel at Williams-Brice Stadium?
That feeling when I come out of there, it's like I still got the jitters, but at the same time, I'm getting a chill because I know it's so many fans out here like just waiting for us to see greatness. So like I just feel like blessed to be there at that moment because it's a lot of people who wish to be at that spot at that time, like to make plays and really be. So I just cherish all those moments and just do my best possible with it because I know I'm blessed to have this opportunity.
Along those same lines, man, is there maybe a favorite South Carolina tradition for you personally? Like is it the Gamecock walk? Is it running out the tunnel? Is it being on the field for Sandstorm? Is there anything about a game day that you just like the most playing at South Carolina?
My favorite part of the Sandstorm, once they go to rocking and they do the little remix part of it. That's my favorite part when they do the little remix part.
Yeah, Jaheim. Let's go off the field away from football for just a minute. I can't find the questions. It's way earlier, so sorry I can't properly credit it. But someone did ask earlier what you wanted to do after football. So tell us a little bit about kind of what your academics are focused on right now, if you've decided anything, and then hopefully you can play the game for a long time. But after you do finish up your playing days, whenever that is, what do you want to do in the future?
Right now I'm majoring in retail. So like after my football day is over with, I want to have like my own fashion, like my own fashion line, and just take that far as I can.
What's your favorite? Like you mentioned earlier, sometimes you buy stuff you shouldn't. Like, what's the? I don't know. I won't put you on the spot and ask you what's the most you paid for any clothing item, unless you want to tell us. But what's your go-to? Like, what's your biggest brand name that you like? That's kind of your vice.
My biggest brand, I'll probably go with. I buy a lot of Jordans, so like I gotta chill. I recently just brought some 2 weeks ago, and then matter of fact, Friday night while we was in the hotel in Tennessee, I had brought some more shoes, which I should never did that, but I did. And I'll probably go with my favorite designer, probably Balenciaga. I got a pair of those or whatever, so I'm big on that. I'm big on fashion.
Awesome, man. Awesome. Let's keep it off the field a little bit, Gene. Let's talk a little recruiting. First, let's go back to your recruiting process. I know you said you knew Coach Beamer when he was at Oklahoma. You end up obviously committing, signing with South Carolina. What was the process like? First of all, I guess nobody on here has ever been through the process of being a major college football recruit. Where was the line between it being fun and just being like overwhelming and stressful and so much that goes into it? What was the recruiting process like just on a day-to-day basis with all the calls and texts and DMs and all that stuff, man?
So I'll start off with the fun part. The fun part was probably when I got my first offer. I think it was the end of my 10th grade year going into the beginning of my 11th grade year. I got my first one from Chattanooga, so it was like that first one. I'm happy. They offered me while I was in the weight room. We was in there lifting weights. I seen the coach come in there, and they like some of my teammates was like, "Hey, Bell, it's a college coach over there or whatever." I'm like, man, that ain't for me. I'm just working right now. And kind of find out he was there to offer me. So I got that offer, and from that day, I was getting offers like every day. Like I'll probably get 2 in one day. I think the most I got in one day was probably like 4 or whatever. And as it started getting like closer to like midway through my senior year, like it started getting overwhelming. So like I kind of like passed it over to my mama. Like I was like, "Hey, mommy, like you got it from here. Like I can't do no more talking." Like it was like they were stressing me out, calling me every day, asking me like what I'm gonna do, when I'm gonna come. So I was just like, you know what, when I'm done, mom, you got it. So I just left it to her.
And you at one point, I remember because we, us recruiting dudes are always trying to figure out what's going on. We thought you were going to South Carolina, and then I think you were committed to Florida at one point, right?
That was around the time when I was like fed up with it. I was like, you know what, I'm finna just go ahead and commit someone and just leave it at that. So I had then committed to Florida on a spring game, and from then I was committed to them boys, and then I kind of felt like that wasn't the right move for me, so I had decommitted from there, and I was looking for more options, and then I finally found a home here.
And then you ended up committing. It was on signing day, right? When you actually committed publicly.
Yeah.
I remember, Jaheim, we had heard a rumor that you were going to commit to South Carolina. It was way back like July. It was that summer when you were at, was that what event was that? The opening, maybe? You were at one of the national events.
It was at the opening.
Did you, like, I had the story written, being ready for you to maybe flip. Let's once and for all. Did you verbally commit to South Carolina at any point during that summer, or were we thinking wrong on that?
No, I was a silent commit. So somebody a couple of people probably knew like just by just running their mouth because they seen me like decommit or whatever. But I was a solid commit, but I ain't really tell nobody. So people probably was just like putting 2 and 2 together or whatever and just put that story together. But I ain't never really tell nobody.
Okay, I got you. And you've got a little bit of a reputation for being a really good recruiter on the current team. I don't know what your record is, but I hear it's pretty good. Whenever you host guys,
I'm number one. I'm number one. Every recruiter I had, they didn't commit it.
Is that something y'all do y'all keep up with that? Like who's the best recruiter on the team? Or
I don't know if we keep up with that, but I know the coaches know.
Okay. So if the top guy comes in, you won't
They need to give them to me. If they want them, they need to give them to me.
Okay, y'all heard it here.
I'll make sure he get here.
Make it happen. And let's see. Somebody was asking, what's your recruiting pitch, man? You if somebody's on campus, yeah, there it is from Nikki. What do you present? What do you tell them? How is an official visit? Let's say it like that. How is an official visit with Jaheim Bell as the host? And for those who don't know, whenever a kid comes in, a high school prospect, they come in on their official visit. The coaches or Jessica Jackson, somebody on staff picks a current player. And Jaheim, you're just supposed to show them a good time, right? Tell them a little bit about the program. Make sure they're covered on everything. They know where to go. They know what to do. Tell us a little bit about your recruiting pitch and sort of that process.
So we start off at the table with the family. I get to know their family. I talk with their family. And then from there, after we leave there, I get in the car with them, and then I just talk to them and ask them like what they like to do or whatever, and like how they like to hang out. Like, are they a type of guy that hang out, or are they a type of guy that stay in the house? So once I get that information from them, I just show them a great time around Columbia or whatever. I make sure they don't have to spend no money, they don't have to come out of pocket for nothing. I mean, I take care of all that for them, and just whatever they need, I got it.
All right, Jaheim, so let's talk about the kind of future of the program to wrap it up before we let you go here. You talked a lot about Shane Beamer's positivity, Luke Day, his positivity, and just some things that you're continuing to work on individually and as a team. But how do you feel right now? I know you get this question a lot, but now that we're kind of at mid-season in year one of the Beamer era, how do you feel about the future of the program, and what can you tell all the Gamecock fans listening about, how the trajectory and the direction of the program right now?
I still feel like we got a lot of football games ahead of us, and I feel like it's still a story out there to be written. So I feel like I said earlier during this podcast, we're not gonna let them 15 minutes in Knoxville determine how the rest of our season goes. So I feel like we're gonna get back to work tomorrow and work harder than we did last week to come back this Saturday and get the dub. So I feel like we just gotta spread positivity throughout the whole program and just come back harder this weekend and get the win on Saturday.
All right, good stuff. So this has been Lunch with Jaheim Bell, which is presented by Columbia area Firehouse Subs. 12 locations throughout Columbia. Go to firehousesubs.com, find a firehouse near you, or there you see the locations, or you can download the Firehouse Subs app. You can order online. Jaheim laid out his favorites earlier. Wes and I gave some picks as well. Check out the hook and ladder, the Italian, the chicken bacon ranch like Jaheim likes.
I'm club on the sub, or isn't that what it's called? Club in the sub? Yeah, that thing's good. It's got the honey mustard in there.
Jaheim, I mean, I've gotten the chicken bacon ranch, Jaheim, but you talking about it, you gave a good description. You did a good recruiting job with the Firehouse Sub. So how about we let you go and enjoy the rest of your Monday? Maybe we can all go to Firehouse now, grab some lunch.
Yes. Hey, before he goes, you got any final thoughts, Jaheim? We want to make sure you've been able to say everything you want to say. Any final thoughts for the fans? And you actually had a ton of people commenting, just saying, love what you do, love how you play, good luck, keep your head up. Just it was comment after comment after the comment after that. So you want to speak to the fans and your fans out there real quick first, man?
I'd say if there's any more questions out there, I'll answer 3 more, and then if not, then we can end it.
Okay, yeah, that sounds good. I actually I'll throw one in there while if y'all are listening, go ahead, throw your final questions in. We'll hit 3 of them. Jaheim, it just got announced, night game, South Carolina, Texas A&M, 7:30 p.m. Do y'all care if it's a day game, night game? Do you have a preference for when you
Me,
play?
me
Yeah.
personally, I don't. I just like having the opportunity to go out there and ball. So I don't really care what time we play. We can play at 2 a.m. in the morning for all I care for. I just want to ball.
I respect it. I respect it. Hey, Zachary wants to know anything about your game that you're focused on the most. What do you, when you look kind of in the mirror, scout yourself? What do you want to improve on the most?
I say what I want to improve on the most is probably defining my routes. I mean, it be sometimes my routes they'll be a little off. I don't get my depth sometimes. So during the off season is yeah, I'm gonna perfect my defining my routes.
And another one right here from Nina. Are you involved in any community service opportunities? And if so, do you want to talk about them? If not, is that something you would like to be more involved in?
Nah, I ain't really involved in no community service right now. But if there's anybody out there that would like me to be a part of their community or do something for their service, I'll do that.
Good stuff. All right, Jaheim. Hey, really appreciate your time, man. Thank you to Firehouse Subs, Columbia area Firehouse Subs, for sponsoring this virtual lunch for Jaheim Bell. Jaheim, thanks for joining us, man. Taking the time to do this. Congratulations on everything so far, and good luck the rest of the way, man. Wishing you a healthy and good rest of the season.
All right, thank y'all guys.